So if you're a cannabis or a hemp grower, you know the struggle is real when it comes to protecting your plants. Today, we're going to break down an organic tool designed for that exact fight. It's called Grower's Choice Plant Guard, and it's a whole defense strategy that covers you from the tiny seed all the way to harvest.
I mean, if you're a grower, this question probably hits pretty close to home. You pour all that time, all those resources, and so much passion into your crop, only to see these diseases pop up and threaten to ruin everything. It's a super frustrating and honestly often a really costly battle. And this is the dream, right? Healthy, vibrant plants, totally free from disease, just focusing all their energy on strong growth and a killer yield. The goal is always a clean grow, but getting there? That takes a really solid defense. Powdery mildew, the dreaded bud rot, Septoria, these are just a few of the usual suspects that can absolutely devastate a crop. They're the invisible enemies that this product is really designed to take on. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. Now let's get into the solution. The source material presents Grower's Choice Plant Guard as your own dedicated ally in this fight for plant health. So what is this stuff really? Well, at its core, Plant Guard is built around a pretty special ingredient, HOCl, which stands for hypochlorous acid. To put it simply, it's a super powerful yet totally non-toxic disinfectant. It's even recognized by the EPA and considered generally regarded as safe by the FDA for certain things. So, how does it get the job done? Well, this isn't some slow-acting treatment you have to wait on. HOCl literally destroys the cell walls of pathogens the second it touches them. And get this, the way it works is so direct that pathogens just can't build up a resistance to it. It even clears out that nasty biofilm in your fertigation lines and kills spores right down to their DNA. And what's cool is that this isn't just a product you spray and hope for the best. It's actually a whole strategy. It's built into a simple 3-step battle plan that covers the entire life of your plant. And this right here perfectly lays out that plan. Protect, prevent, and preserve. It's a super clear, easy-to-remember framework that's designed to guide you from the very first day of your grow all the way to the finish line. So here's the quick breakdown. It all starts with protection, using it as a seed wash. Then you move into prevention, where you do regular applications to stop problems before they can even start. And finally, you've got preservation, using it as a harvest wash to protect your amazing final product. Let's zero in on that first step, protect. The whole idea here is to boost your germination rates and give those tiny vulnerable seedlings a real fighting chance right from the get-go. You're basically building a strong foundation for a super healthy plant. Now, step 2, prevent, is all about playing offense, not defense. Instead of waiting around and reacting to an outbreak, the goal is consistent, regular application. You're creating an environment where, just like the source says, those harmful pathogens just can't get a foothold. And finally, we have preserve. After all that hard work, this last step is all about protecting your investment. Using it as a harvest wash helps keep your yield safe during those crucial drying, curing, and storage stages. Okay, so the plan sounds solid, but what's the actual proof, right? Let's dive into the next section, which gets into the real data and the certifications behind the product's claims about being so effective and safe. Now, this is huge for anyone worried about safety and compliance. The sources say it's 100% safe for your plants, for you, and for your pets. You don't even need any PPE to apply it. Plus, it's pH neutral, so it won't mess with your equipment. And, maybe most importantly, it's USDA certified as a no-rinse organic applicant. This comparison chart really lays it all out and shows the key differences. Just look at that no residue row. Plant Guard leaves nothing behind, unlike that oily stuff from neem oil or the residue from sulfur. Or check out won't burn plants. That's a real risk with a lot of the alternatives. And again, no PPE required, which is a massive difference from other common treatments out there. Data's one thing. But here's a story from a real-world commercial cultivator named Liam. He said, "I was on the verge of losing my entire crop. It truly saved my harvest." A story like that is just powerful proof of how well this can work, especially when you're in a crisis. All right, let's wrap this up with a quick Q&A. The source material has a great little FAQ section that hits some of the biggest questions growers might have, so let's tackle a few of the most important ones. Okay, this is probably the #1 question for anyone who's in the middle of an outbreak right now. Can it actually fix a problem that's already there? And the answer, according to the source, is yes. If you apply it regularly, it can help reduce and stop active powdery mildew infections, which is, absolutely critical for a reactive treatment. Here's another great question, especially for all the organic growers out there who work so hard to build up that healthy soil life. You don't want a fix that just wipes out all the good stuff along with the bad.
And the answer here is no. The formula is specifically designed to be targeted. It goes after those harmful pathogens, but it's gentle enough that it leaves all that beneficial microbial life in your soil alone to do its thing.
And finally, the all-important question about the end product. What about residue? Do you have to do an extra wash or something before consumption?
And once again, the answer is a simple no. This goes right back to its USDA certification. Because it's a no-rinse applicant, it just evaporates cleanly and leaves zero harmful residues behind. That's a huge deal for both convenience and for safety. So when you put it all together, you've got the science of HOCl, you've got the simple 3-step plan, and you have all the safety certifications. It really leaves you with just one big question. Could a non-toxic, no-rinse, organic compliant solution that works all the way from seed to harvest actually change the way you protect your plants? Thanks for tuning in.